For today's creepy adventure, I am here in Canton, Ohio, at the West Lawn Cemetery, in search of the truth of one of my favorite horror stories connected to Ohio. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jordan's Film Quest. Today's adventure, as I had said before, I'm here in Canton, Ohio, at the West Lawn Cemetery in search for the family of Frankenstein, one of my favorite horror stories, if you will. There is a family buried here, laid to rest here, and we're gonna find out the truth as to whether or not they are related to Victor Frankenstein. Let's see if we can find their final resting place here at the cemetery. So I have been to the cemetery once before, and I had difficulties finding this Frankenstein headstone, as I had done for my previous YouTube channel. So when I got here, I had to look it up and figure out where to go. It's in section Z. This right here is section Y, and it's tucked away in the top right corner of the cemetery. Now right here is section Z. And one way you can definitely find it is look just beyond the brush right here is the highway. And then if you go just past that, around the corner right there, there is a hospital just on the other side over there called the Mercy Hospital. So if you see the Mercy Hospital and you see the highway, you're in the right area. There was a fork in the road right here. See my car parked down there. And the Frankenstein headstone is just up here on top of this hill. We're gonna go check it out. So right up this small little hill right here is the family of Frankenstein, dating way back to the 1800s. It's a giant headstone. You pretty much can't miss it if you're driving along the path right here. Check this out. That is crazy. Is it coincidence or is it fate? I'm gonna start with the family right here. We have Charles Frankenstein, 1861 to 1955. And this is believed to be his wife, Augusta Frankenstein, 1861 to 1935. And right here, Homer Frankenstein, who was a U.S. veteran that served in World War I. Thank you for your service. And there's one other headstone right over here. Another Charles Frankenstein. I don't believe that these two are any relation, but there are 4 total headstones, 1 there and 3 there, for the family of Frankenstein. So we all know the story of Frankenstein, right? The novel written by Mary Shelley in 1818. Well, if you're unaware, it's a story about a man named Victor Frankenstein, who is a Swiss student of natural sciences. He creates an artificial man from pieces of corpses and brings his creature to life. Though originally the creature wanted to seek affection, the monster inspired loathing in everyone it met. The novel became so popular that it inspired many films based on the story. But it wasn't until 1931, with the release of Colin Clive's film Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff, was released. That really shot the story up even higher in popularity. So, how is this connected to the gravesite? Well, the real only logical explanation is it's not connected in any way whatsoever. There's a lot of legends and rumors circulating about the gravesite. Although it's just a story, many people believe that Charles Frankenstein is related to Victor Frankenstein. The story is that Charles and his family moved from Germany, and he became a farmer in the Canton area, and that's where they stayed. There's also another legend that says Victor was a real person who passed away in Germany, and people would visit his grave, and they would deface it, vandalize it, so they took the headstone down and had Victor's remains shipped to Ohio to be buried with Charles and his family. Sounds pretty good, right? But these are all legends, so not
really anybody knows for sure. But it's still a pretty cool story if you ask me.
So what's really cool about this is that every year around Halloween time, people come here and they decorate this headstone, which is only appropriate. But we're just a couple months shy of Halloween, and I cannot wait for Halloween this year. It's gonna be fun. Last year, because I came up here and saw this headstone, I actually did buy a Frankenstein mask. Boris Karloff's Frankenstein mask. Trick or Treat Studios. Go check it out, you'll like it. So there's no question about it that out of the monsters, the famous classic horror monsters, you know, like Frankenstein, the Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, you know, and all those, out of all of those classic monsters, Frankenstein is my favorite one. I don't know why, I just love Frankenstein. And being that I'm a Frankenstein fan, I was watching it last year, and you should have heard the conversation I had between me and my mom, trying to explain to her that Frankenstein is not the actual monster. Dr. Victor Frankenstein is a monster because he created a monster. She didn't know that Frankenstein's monster was not called Frankenstein. Then she got really upset. I mean, I can see that. So, after doing all the research, hearing all the rumors, and trying to separate fact from fiction and trying to figure out if I believe this story or not, that Victor Frankenstein's remains were shipped over here from overseas. I don't know if I believe that. That could just be a legend that's made up. But personally, I don't believe it. But it's still a very cool story to tell, I think, in my opinion. I mean, why not? It makes people get scared during Halloween. And it's cool to come up here and visit during Halloween. So, who knows? Until next time, Frankenstein, we'll see you again down the road, maybe. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap on the Frankenstein gravesite here in Canton, Ohio. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time on Jordan's Film Quest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know what you think down in the comment section below. We'll see you guys next time. Stay scared, be safe, and happy Halloween.